Hello, Geminis, and welcome to this, your October 1st through October 15th reading and predictions. For those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome to each and every one of you. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for continuing to support my little channel. All right. We're going to get going in just a minute. I just want to remind everyone I do not edit my videos. If cards go flying and I have to get up and pick them up off the floor, so be it. If I consult a psychic, clairvoyant, tarot reader, I expect authenticity from them, so that is what I put out in my videos. What you see is what you get. All right, Gemini. Let's get started. Let's pull cards for 6 different areas of your life. I am going to leave the cards sitting face down until I'm actually ready to read them. So some of you may want to scroll a couple minutes ahead, or you can sit here and watch me pull cards. Where are we going first? Over here to the fairy deck. Okay. It looks like we're going to be, look at that. Yeah. It looks like we're going to be mixing these cards up because there's so many cards jumping out. Far too many cards jumping out for where you are at now. Yeah, and there's another one, and there's some more. And another one. Okay. So generally when this happens, it's because your correct card didn't come to the surface, but it is in this massive mess. So let's collect up all these cards, because if this is what you've got going on right now in the moment, Gemini, whoa. All right, let's mix up this smaller deck. There's one card. Looking for usually, generally, 2 to 3 cards when I'm doing these readings. Okay, well, 4 it is. All right, next cards we're going to pull is for what you are focusing on. Oops, picking up too many things here. What are the Geminis focusing on? Where are they putting their attentions for the first half of October 2023? Okay. And again, we've got a whole whack of cards here. So, and there's one more. Okay. Let's have a look and see what is challenging you. Difficult influences. Where are we going for difficult influences? Close my eyes. What comes up? Difficult influences for Gemini for first half of October. What can you show us? What's coming up? One card. Is there anything else in the difficult influences and challenges for Gemini? Anything else? Guess not. That's actually a positive thing. All right, the next cards that we're going to pull are messages that you need to hear at this time. What do the Geminis need to hear? What message is important? And that one's on the floor. What do the Geminis need to hear? Okay. All right. All right, and let's have a peek at what is unexpected. Unexpected insights and influences. Unexpected insights and influences for Gemini. Yeah, and we're going to have this happen again. Look at, yep, there they go. Those ones all came out reversed. all flipped upside down. That's interesting. Okay, that was interesting. Let's just see how many cards actually came out. So we've got about 7 or 8 cards here. Well, I might be dealing with all of these cards for your unexpected here, Gemini. Nope, one of them just slid out, and that one just came flying out, but it flipped over again. Anything else? Anything else? And one more time. Nope. Okay. All right, where are we going for your general overall outcome? Back over here to the fairies. As we begin, so shall we end. Okay, we've got 3 cards that have flipped out so far. Anything else for the outcome for Gemini? Here. Okay. Let's see. You have the 2 of Spring, also known as the 2 of Wands. You have the 4 of Winter, also known as the 4 of Swords. You have the Strength card, and you have the 9 of Winter. Gemini, what are you catastrophizing about? The 9 of Winter, also equivalent to the 9 of Swords, is the catastrophizing card. It is the card that keeps you awake at night, lying awake in bed with worry. Worry about what's going on in the world, worry about what's going on in your own personal life. Yeah. All right, so let's start from the beginning in the order in which the cards came out. The first card that came out for you is the 2 of Spring, also known as the 2 of Wands. This is a card about needing to make a decision, and needing to make a decision rather urgently. The suit of Wands is the suit of fire, or represented by the element of fire, and it is about making a decision with some urgency involved in that decision. How best to make decisions? Well, the 4 of Winter comes in, also known as the 4 of Swords. And on this particular card, if you look closely, you'll see that the little fairy on this card has gone into a little hole in her tree, and she is kind of retreating from the world. She is going within, withdrawing a little bit, and really seeking that solace that comes with alone time in order to be able to make this decision that needs to come. Now, I did say this decision requires some urgency because it is from the suit of Wands, but in order to make that decision, you are going to have to spend some time on your own. But the spending time on your own is, okay, Gemini, I feel like I need to clarify this. A lot of people think that meditating, tapping in to their intuition, spending time on their own requires this big, huge time commitment, and therefore they can't do anything else during that time frame, and they just don't have enough time in their day. The reality is that when you begin to meditate on a regular, consistent basis, find that 10 minutes in the day, all of the other decisions that you need to make come far more quickly, thus giving you more time in the day to be able to spend more time in meditation, because things flow more easily when you are in touch with who you truly are. And I really feel, Gemini, like this is important right now for you to tap into who you truly are. I feel like the last couple of readings that I've done for you, Gemini, have been intense, like seriously intense. And if you're new here, you might want to go back and watch some of those videos, and it'll help to clarify some of what you've been experiencing over the last couple of months. Because Geminis as a whole, again, this is a general reading, but generally speaking, for the Geminis, they are experiencing the shift that, for example, The Virgos, the Aquarius, and the Libras experienced probably about 6 months ago. These are shifts into this new energy that is now surrounding us. The earth goes through cycles, the moon goes through cycles, we as humans go through cycles. Society and cultures go through cycles. Look at the history books. Everything is a cycle. And you're going through this shift right now, Gemini. And as you're going through this, the more that you can withdraw from time to time into your own little hidey hole or corner, the easier the decisions are going to be, the quicker the decisions will come. You have the Strength card here. The Strength card is reminding you, Gemini, how beautiful and powerful you are, because you may have forgotten as you've been going through this difficult shift. And finally, you have the Nine of Winter here. Like I said, this is the card of catastrophizing. This is the card of lying awake in bed at night going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. The sooner that you tap into the energy of the Four of Winter, Four of Swords, and begin this process of meditating and withdrawing for minimum probably 10 minutes a day, the sooner you will sleep through the night. Because you can work out those problems during your meditations so that they're not keeping you awake at night. Okay, what have you got coming up? Oh goodness, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. You have more of this coming. This is the Thunderbolt card. Hopefully it's coming into focus there for you. This is the Thunderbolt card. This card corresponds to the Tower card from the traditional tarot. This is the card of change is coming, whether you like it or not. Things are going to change and shift. Is it all bad? No, it's not all bad. It means that there's a metamorphosis on the horizon. But this change is sudden. For some of you, okay, for those of you watching the video, the change is probably not going to be unexpected because you're watching the video and you know that you're having this thunderbolt moment. But for some of you, it may appear as if the change is coming out of the blue and completely sideswiping you. What will the end result of that be? So here's the thing. This reading is for October 1st through October 15th. That consists of 15 days. These cards came out in this order: the Thunderbolt, the Ordinariness, and the Harmony card. Because 3 cards came out, it's an indication that we have the first 5 days of October are likely to feel like a thunderbolt is hitting you. Like you're having a tower moment, like certain aspects or beliefs that you used to hold dear are all of a sudden being ripped away and you're going, oh my God, how did I not see that? Once you overcome this after the first 15 or 5 days of October, you can move into a place of ordinariness. This card corresponds to the 8 of Pentacles. This is a card of getting back to work. This refers to getting back to work on yourself. It can sometimes refer to getting back to work in the sense of going back to your job, but I'm sensing, Gemini, this month, this October, is about you doing personal work, personal growth, and changes and personal shifts for you. Less in the material, physical world and more about your own internal workings. So this Ordinary card is about you getting back to work on yourself. Okay. Something is changing drastically, and then you're going to have an opportunity to work on yourself. That includes this Four of Winter card, doing this withdraw, making sure that you are tapping into your strength and spending some time on your own each day. And that's going to bring you to this Harmony card. This card corresponds to the 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the deck. It is one of the cards that brings us full circle, that brings us into happiness and contentedness in our lives. So by the middle of October, this card is predicting that what you will be focusing upon is, I mean, these are the cards of your focus. So initially you're going to be focused on a coming change, shift, disaster, whatever you want to call it, a tower moment. That's going to move you into focusing on doing the work on yourself. That ordinary, it may feel, after this, it is going to feel ordinary, but it really isn't. It's still really powerful work. And that's going to bring you to a place of harmony and contentedness. What is challenging you? The snake. Here comes the snake again, Gemini. This is the card of let go of the past in order to be able to move forward into the future. Not surprising to see this card in your challenges. Why? Oftentimes this happens, these tower moments, these thunderbolt moments happen because we're still holding on to the past. Despite being told you need to make a decision, let go of the past. Despite that, we hold on to it, and then this happens. So that's why this is in your challenges right now, and you are being challenged going forward. Let go of your past belief systems, Gemini. There is something that you're holding on to, a concept that you're holding on to, and it's no longer serving your highest good. Messages you need to hear at this time. Possess self-confidence. That corresponds to this card right here. The strength card that you had at the beginning of your reading, possess self-confidence. Absolutely. You deserve to be strong. You are strong, regardless of what anybody else has ever told you in your life. Feel joy in all that you do. Definitely. And calm is not a weakness. This card is really important. This card is important because a lot of people think that doing this work, this Four of Winter work, this withdrawing, going within, the meditation work, the resting, the taking time for self, the self-care. A lot of people look at that and they think that it's a weakness because it brings people down a couple of notches so that they're not quite so intense. Calm is not a weakness. Message you need to hear at this time. What is unexpected for you? All right, you have the Ace of Pentacles here and you have the Three of Cups. Unfortunately, both of them are in reverse. Now, the Three of Cups, it doesn't matter which way you slice it, this way or this way. The Three of Cups is generally a positive card. The Ace of Pentacles is also a positive card. It is about new beginnings. Let me see if I can get the reflection off that card. Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, but Ace of Pentacles in the upright position indicates that there is a new beginning and it's on the horizon and it's coming to you right now and new things are starting for you. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is indicating, Gemini, that something that you're wishing to manifest, that you're wishing to move forward for after this happens, and in order to be able to move out of this ordinariness, it's delayed. It's not that it's not coming, but it's delayed for a reason. Why is it delayed? Well, I can tell you right now, it's because of what's in your challenges, which is the snake. You need to let go of the past. You need to let go of download coming in. There is a concept that many Geminis hold, not surprisingly, being a Gemini, that everything is cut and dry, that there's a duality to everything, that there's no meeting in the middle. And the reality is that you know, that's not really true. How do I want to do this? I'm having trouble verbalizing this download that's coming in for me, Gemini. Sorry, there's a fly flying around here. Okay. Out of all of the signs, Geminis have a duality more than most of the other signs. Libra's the only other one that comes to mind that has this real sort of almost black and white duality. One of the things that Geminis believe is that work and personal life must be kept separately. They believe that they can get away with more for whatever reason. You can't. You're a human, just like everybody else. And just because you were born under the sign of Gemini doesn't allow for you to continue to have one aspect of your life that you keep hidden from another aspect of your life. That hasn't been working for you for the last 3 or 4 months because of the change in the shift from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. This duality, this right and wrong, black and white, war and peace, those types of concepts are not going to resonate going deeper and deeper into the age of Aquarius. That's some of what you have to let go of. And there needs to be more of this global wholeness picture. That is what Aquarius is about. Aquarius is about justice for all, not just for a certain higher elite of the population. Aquarius is about equality. And that is the energy that we are moving into, which means that people who believe that they could get away with something, that they were superior and could get away with certain things, that's falling by the wayside. These people are getting caught. They're getting called out. Now, I'm not saying, Gemini, that all of you are out there doing wrongful deeds and so on. But one of the things that Geminis do tend to do is they have this division type mindset. Like I said, that work and family don't necessarily go together. Well, they do. Your family has to be in alignment and in agreement with the work that you're doing. There are, finding that balance between work and play. It's about creating balance, Gemini. And when you don't have that, that's when these tower moments show up. So you are coming up to this realization that as we move deeper into the age of Aquarius, there is more of this bigger picture that needs to be taken into account for everyone. And you're letting go of old, outdated, outmoded concepts. That is bringing you into some new ideas, which is great and wonderful, but you're not quite ready to bring those ideas fully into fruition right now. And that's essentially what this card is saying as well. This is the celebration card. This is the card that depicts three women representing the maiden, the goddess, and the crone, the 3 cycles that a woman goes through in her lifetime. Thus, this card also is important for reminding us that everything is a cycle. We had the cycle of the age of Pisces. Now we're into the cycle of the age of Aquarius. We have the cycles of the moon. We have the cycle of the sun. We have the cycle of the calendar. Everything about us is a cycle. And so this card in reverse is again reminding us that celebration is on the horizon for us and good things are coming to us and they're going to come to fruition, but there's a delay. And the delay is because there's still a lesson there for you to learn at this time, Gemini. All right, let's have a look at what is coming up in your outcome. You have 3 cards. 2 of the cards are 8s. 4 plus 4 equals 8, and we had a 4 here. I'm going back to this 4 of winter. When you spend time on your own in quiet contemplation or in what might be called meditation, amazing things come out of it. You have the Queen of Autumn here, also known as the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the richest queen in the deck. She is the one who has succeeded financially and abundance-wise, but she is also extremely practical. So as you're doing this work, remember to stay grounded. But yeah, I mean, this is an indication that abundance is coming your way. You have the Eight of Spring. The Eight of Spring is also known as the Eight of Wands. This is the multitasking card. This is the card. Look at the picture on this card. You have a fairy, and she has so many little balls of fire up in the air that she can't keep all of them up. In fact, she's already lost one over here. It's about to fall down and hit the ground. She is trying to juggle way too much. So Gemini, as you're going through this process, this thunderbolt moment, as you are trying to birth new ideas, it may feel like you have too many things up in the air. What should you do? Well, you can ask for help, ask for advice, and perhaps even take a seminar or do more research before you proceed further ahead. That's what this card is about. That also includes taking time to actually integrate the teachings into your life. All right, Gemini, thank you so much for being here this month. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this video resonated for you and you like my energy, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like down below. Also, if you are interested in booking a private consultation with me, my contact information is down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and please come back next month and allow me the honor of doing your next reading.